Hello, girls.
Unreal. Unreal. Unreal.
Hey, girls, welcome back to the channel. If you remember in the previous video that I made before this one, talked about the different kinds of content I was interested in making because genuinely and literally things are quite stale in the girl world. I think we have a live stream from Destiny on Monday, and that would be the only thing that's really happening in girl world because like I said, Amber has been missing for like 4 or 5 days now. I'm not sure what's going on with her. I don't know if it's family related or not. As I did say, I am interested in making other types of videos, not necessarily girl world related. So that's what we are doing today. We have a girl. She's not necessarily a girl as we know Amber, Chantal, Glitter and Lasers, Quirky Love Rosie. I think this is someone who has girl behavior. She behaves like the girls in some cases. So today we are talking about Britney Miller. So here's a bit of a backstory on Britney. So Britney is a UK TikTok influencer. She is a mom to twin boys with her partner Ash. And she typically does influencer content. So come shopping with me, like lifestyle content, mommy content as well, since she's a mom now. And some of her popular videos are her cooking videos, her cook with me videos, as well as her dish up dinner with me videos.
It's dinner time and we're having the most unreal dinner.
She's most known for her tagline where she says, unreal. I think I'll let Britney do that. Britney, take you from here.
Unreal. 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 Unreal.
I'm not too sure if Britney has any other controversies. One of the major controversies surrounding Britney is that she allegedly lied about having stage 4 cancer. That is what we're going to get into today. So I'm going to give you the backstory leading up to where we are today with that. So about 3 years ago, her ex-best friend, I think her ex-best friend's name is Beth, alleged that Britney had lied about having stage 4 cancer when she was 21 years old. So this is like years ago. So her close friend went on to release some text messages between herself and Britney showing proof of GoFundMe pages, emails, texts where Beth was questioning Britney about stealing money from her. And she also showed text messages where Britney was guilt tripping her by weaponizing her illness of having this stage 4 cancer. So for example, here we have an email that was sent out to get donations and fundraising to help Britney with her cancer treatment. So Britney came out not too long ago saying that she didn't send the email, but this is from her email. So I'm going to read that right now. So we have this email from Britney that Britney later denied sending, but it says, please donate to my crowdfunding page. It says, hello, we're raising £200 to help financially support my friend Britney fight gastric cancer. Please donate to my giving crowdfunding page and make it happen. So we've got some links there. So this is from her friend Beth, right? So Beth says, she told me her sister set this page up and asked me to send it to people that were close to her. It was in fact Britney that set this up. So not long after this, Britney was prosecuted and charged for lying about the GoFundMe page and the crowdfunding page. So we have correspondence here from an attorney who was in that proceeding. So this is what it says. So, and again, these receipts were provided from her friend, and you can also find them on TikTok. But it says, today Britney was interviewed about the offense. She admitted that she did not have cancer and she never has done. She admitted that she set up the Just Giving page knowing full well what she was doing. I'm now in the process of preparing a file which will then be reviewed by our evidential review officers, and my hope is that Britney will either receive a charge to court or a caution. But in both circumstances, I expect you will receive compensation of the full amount that you donated to her. This process may take a few weeks, so I will continue to update you via email as and when I have more updates to you. Kind regards. Britney admitted to making this page and lying about it because I think people reported it at the time. This was the outcome. And then we also have another legal letter here in regards to fundraising page. So it says, I'm writing to let you know what has happened in the above case. At a previous hearing, Britney Miller pleaded guilty to the following charges: fraud by false representation. Britney Miller was sentenced as follows. The defendant has been given a conditional discharge of 12 months. This is a criminal record and it is designed to serve as an incentive to prevent reoffending. If convicted of committing any other offense during the time of the conditional discharge, then in addition to the sentence for that offense, the defendant can be resentenced for the offenses of this case. The second charge, to pay compensation, to pay cost of £85 to Crown Prosecution Services. Britney Miller is no longer subject to the bail conditions imposed by the courts about these offenses. The court is now concluded. It is possible for Britney Miller to appeal against the sentence. If that happens, it will be dealt with at the Crown Court, and I will be in contact to update you. In the meantime, if there's anything I can help you with in relation to this case, please do not hesitate to contact me. So her and her ex-best friend, so they're kind of going back and forth on social media, kind of taking digs at each other. So we have an example here. When your ex-best friend lies about having stage 4 cancer, steals from you and your family, and is now a successful TikToker. Because Britney is successful. She's got about like 3 million followers, a very dedicated following who support her in everything that she does. So her ex-best friend will then go on to post more receipts about what happened at the time. So we have a Snapchat message here. So this is Britney talking to her ex-best friend. It says, "Why didn't you want to go out tomorrow night?" But yeah, can do. I'm either in radiotherapy, sleeping at home with mom on my back, or at Didcot. I haven't been with Mike past 2 nights. I came over this morning cause he's off. Didn't you go out last weekend cause I felt too ill in the end? Don't you just wish Blockbusters still existed? That Girls Trip DVD is out now. Can we go Brewers Fair breakfast tomorrow? So that's like a pub bistro restaurant. It's a buffet. It's good. And then she replies, "Hey, sorry, I was very drunk last night. How are you? How was Christmas? You actually won't come out tomorrow? I've had ish Christmas about had radiotherapy on Boxing Day and Christmas Eve plus yesterday. You won't come out New Year's. I would have thought the least you do is come out with me tomorrow." I wouldn't say blatantly trying to blackmail or guilt trip her friend, but you could see that she's weaponizing her not being quote unquote well. So we have another message here. The thing is, you never asked me to go out with me. It's always the other way around. I'm ill at the moment, and throughout the week, I'm on my own, and a few evenings I have company from 7. That is it. I always ask what you're doing on the weekend, and you're always busy. I'm so bored all the time. I just would have thought at a time like this, you'd prioritize me rather than having planned 3 weekends in a row. You crack on. Me and Mike are not together, so we don't have set days. And I never know when I'm in hospital having reviews or injections. So again, we see Britney here saying, "You never make time for me. I'm sick. I'm ill. Why don't you come and see me? I'm no longer with my ex-boyfriend," because she's not with Mike anymore. She's with Ash. We see a little note in orange where it says, "When I realized she had been stealing from me, I tried to end the friendship. She would send me messages that she was alone, in pain, and in hospital, having her operation to get her tumor removed. It was all a lie." So here we have the text messages where Beth is confronting Britney about these theft allegations, saying, "Do you need to tell me something, Britney?" And then Britney says, "Huh? Question mark?" Then Beth says, "You ripped open the pink card inside the Sainsbury's bag when she got caught out stealing from my grandma at my 21st birthday. Still led me to believe that she had cancer." Okay, this is a long one. So Brittany sends this wall of text and she says, "I didn't give anything to you. That is not like me to do anything like that. I was very drunk and I'm on strong medication to take the pain away, so it makes me even worse. I don't recall taking anything from you. You are my best friend. That's so embarrassing and hurtful that I could even do something like that. Very out of character. It's hard for me to even explain or justify or anything because that is vile. I don't think straight at times at the moment, and I have these moments where I don't think at all or even remember. If that is the case, I then apologize from the bottom of my heart and tears me apart to think I could even be in a state to do something like that. Anyone, let alone you. I hope you can see that it's not something I would do. And with everything going on, I know that's no excuse, but please see from my side." So here Beth says she admitted to stealing from my grandma. I was on strong meds to take the pain away. No meds, no cancer, but another lie. Yeah, so she's essentially admitting to it, but then she's blaming it on being on strong medication and just being besides herself, and that the medication is affecting her mentally, how she's acting. And then Beth replies and says, "Your side. I have been your best friend and a huge supporter throughout this whole process. I have transferred you money in the past and have helped out where I can. I went out and made a huge hamper for you when I thought my best friend was going to die. How could there be so many people there on Saturday and the one person that could do that to me is you? After everything, you have broken my heart. This is my grandma who prays for you. If you needed money, tell me. I gave you a chance to be honest yesterday. Not only did you do that, but you lied. You know that you have done this. And all I want from this is for you to tell me that you know you did. And the rest is covered up. And then Beth says, her ex best friend says, there is so much more to this and so many more lies. So many people have been affected by her with her similar lies she has made throughout her life. This didn't start or end when we were 21. Here's another text message of someone else sympathizing, empathizing with the news that they found out that Britney had this stage 4 cancer. So it says, "Hi Brittany, really saddened to hear your news. You're a fighter. And like everybody who knows, we know you beat this. I hope that the little I have donated will help ease the financial burden. I'll be thinking of you. Please keep me updated on how you are doing." Brittany replies, says, "Hope you're well. Thank you so much for the message and the money. I really appreciate it. It's really kind of you. I'm doing okay. I'm a tough cookie and I get on with it. I'll let you know what is going on, etc." So we see that Brittany is playing into whole cancer situation that she has created, this false narrative that she's created to say that she's ill. Now, fast forward into Britney becoming famous, popular on TikTok. A lot of people would approach Britney, whether in a confrontational manner or in an empathetic way in her comments, because people would be there asking her. She would block people. She would delete the comments. Her comment section is very heavily filtered. That is girl behavior. We can see the girl behavior. So the girl behavior we have seen is creating false situations just to get attention, feeding into it, throwing the rocks and hiding your hand, blaming sickness or something else. Everything else other than me, everything else is happening to me. I don't have control of the situation. So external locus of control. Avoiding, and deflecting. That is what I see as some characteristics of the girls that Britney is presenting. Yeah, she would block people, she would delete comments and just ignore it. Literally just ignore it. And I think there were times where people would leave comments and then she would just kind of make a video with that comment on the side, like a video response to a comment, and just be doing something else, right? I think I've seen those. Fast forward to recent times, the Sun newspaper, they posted this headline, this article. So the headline says, "Has she no shame? How desperate influencer Britney Miller fakes cancer for likes as we reveal dark truth behind the sham career." Couldn't read the whole article because you have to pay them like $4.99. I'm not paying the Sun. Obviously, Britney got wind of this and she has now come out with a video explaining her side of everything that happened. So let's have a look.
Okay, so I never wanted to talk about this time in my life because it was a very difficult time for me. But I owe it to my followers and people that support me to tell you my truth. I also want to put a stop to the people that are twisting and exaggerating what actually happened. So I'm just going to go from the beginning. So back in 2017, I had extremely bad mental health. And at the time I didn't realise how bad. But it was bad. I was depressed, I was suicidal, I was lost, I was confused. I lost my partner, I lost my job. And there was lots of things in that year that led me to be mentally ill. I said something to someone within my immediate circle in confidence. One stupid sentence that I deeply regret. I said I had an illness, which was cancer. I didn't do this for malicious intent or to scam people. I did this out of desperation. I did it to keep the people close to me, to keep the people in my life close to me. I don't condone it. I understand why I did it. And I've learned from my mistakes. This was not a long-running scam or a manipulative story like it's been made out to be. The people that I told then told a couple of others, and there was a fundraising page made on behalf of me, which I knew about. And as soon as I saw there was donations, there was 2 donations, I had the page immediately shut down and I didn't take a penny from it. I've grown from this. I am working on being the best version of myself. It took me a long time to understand why I did it. And I forgive myself because I was mentally ill. And I am so deeply sorry to anyone that I've upset or triggered from saying what I said. I wasn't on social media at the time. This was years before I was even on social media. I didn't do this for likes or followers. And I know how horrible this disease is. And I know how much it affects people. So for that, I am so, so sorry. I admitted what I did. And I said sorry to the people that I hurt. After it all happened, a year later, I moved away from my hometown because I wanted to work on myself. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be mentally well again. I wanted to surround myself with people that were gonna help me. And I got a job with a fundraising company. And that's how I met Ash. I was able to work for charities. And me and Ash fundraised together for a short period of time. I wasn't good at it at all. But Ash helped me so, so much. Him and his family helped me so much. And I'll forever be grateful. He was my light at the end of the tunnel. He helped me be well again. He helped me forgive myself. And although I am so, so emotional when I talk about this, I am mentally well again. And I'm so proud of where I've come, from being in that dark place to now. And I'm here because I want to be an advocate for mental health. I want to help people because I know what it's like to be in a dark, dark place. And I want to help people. And I also just want to say a massive, massive thank you to all the people out there that support me and still follow me. When you didn't know my truth, you still believed in me. If I could go back and change what I did, I would do it in a heartbeat. It was one stupid sentence that I said almost a decade ago. And I've learned so much from it. And I'm so, so grateful for you all. And I really, really love you so, so much. So thank you.
All right, so that is Britney's video. And undoubtedly, people are in two minds about the situation. So you've got one side of the camp saying, why are we bringing this up? She was so young. We've all done stupid things when we were young, which is true. We have all fallen short. That is the fact. Nobody here is perfect. Nobody can say they've not messed up in their life. We have all messed up. So you've got people saying she was young. Why are we bringing this up? It happened years ago. So you've got the other camp of people saying, like, yes, we all make mistakes, but this wasn't a mistake, especially in the way that she handled the situation, how she's just ignoring people. She's deleting comments, making light of it. It doesn't help that Britney is also acting like a girl, being in people's comments like Rachel was. We have a screenshot here where I don't know which post this was, but the person says, seriously, what do people commenting hate even get from it? They achieve nothing, because people are obviously outraged by this. And Britney comments and said, it makes them feel better about themselves. Bless them. It's kind of like saying, oh, bless your heart. Because like people always use that, oh, bless them, oh, bless you, oh, bless them, oh, bless your heart, in a very condescending way. So it does not help Brittany Miller Reed, Brittany Lynn Reed, in this whole situation. So from her video, as we've watched, Britney says that she wasn't in a good place mentally. Like her mental health was not the best, and like she's doing better now. It was a silly mistake. She's forgiven herself for it, and she has moved on. She said that the purpose of this video is to stop people from twisting events or the timeline of events. But we could see from those text messages that Britney was actively engaging in this false narrative. Could have stopped it at any time and just said, girl, when at the point that the crowdfunding was being made, the GoFundMe pages were being made, I think that was the time to stop, right? Because she said she didn't have malicious intent, but possibly maybe because of the state of her mental health at the time, she could have loved the attention. Because you could see in those text messages, she's telling her friend, oh, why don't you come and see me? I'm so sick, I'm so ill. So maybe she liked that, right? And then she says it wasn't like a long-running scam or manipulation like how it's made, but it's like, girl, we could see that you were actively participating. People are texting you saying, get well soon, get well soon. You're a trooper, and you're responding saying you are a tough cookie. We have the evidence that says that you wrote out this message and told people to send it out for you. And then also the fact that she pled guilty in the court case to say that she committed this fraud by false pretenses, fraud by deception. I'm paraphrasing. And then Brittany also goes on to explain that she wasn't on social media. She didn't do this for likes. She didn't do this for attention. But now there's a third camp of people who are saying, hey, only reason that Brittany's actually addressing this is because it's now, for lack of a better word, national news, right? It's just not on social media. It's just not on TikTok. Now this is like a nationwide type thing. A lot more people will have eyes on this who are not necessarily on social media. So you can filter your comments, you can delete comments, you can block people. So that is why she's actually coming out to address it. That is our girl, Brittany Miller. Let me know what you thought about the video. Know what you think about the situation. Do you think Britney's sincere in her apology and in her reasons for doing what she did? Do you think that this is just a nothing burger and people are just blowing things out of proportion, that she was so young, she wasn't in the right mental state, let's just move on and forget about it? Do you think that she handled the situation well? Filtering comments, blocking people, not addressing things, ignoring, deflecting. I think it makes a bigger issue. Like, I think if she just came, once she said getting that social media popularity and fame and people started questioning her about it, I think she should have just nipped it in the bud and talked about it. But now that it's brought onto a national scale, that's when she feels the need to address it.
So as you'll know, 2 days ago, I came out and I spoke my truth. I addressed all the allegations that were made against me about something that happened in my life 9 years ago. But I still feel like there's unanswered questions and a few things I want to clear up and get off my chest. So the first one being is the fact that it's still being portrayed as if I said what I said to scam and take money from people. This is not the case. There was no malicious intent into why I said what I said. I said it out of pure desperation to keep the people in my life close to me. I said it to someone within my immediate circle, and I never, ever, ever wanted it to leave my immediate circle. There was no thought process. It took me a long time to understand why I said what I said, and it was generally because I was mentally unwell. Yes, there was a fundraising page made on behalf of me, which I did know about, and I am guilty of that because I enabled it. So I am guilty, and I am so sorry for that. But as soon as there was donations made, I had the page immediately shut down because I didn't say what I said for that. The second thing being is the fact that people are saying that I forgive myself. I didn't say that I forgive myself in an arrogant way, and I didn't mean it in that way. Forgiving yourself is all part of the healing process, and it's all part of your healing journey. Letting go of past mistakes, understanding why you did it, stopping the self-punishment. It's all part of the process of healing and growing from it, learning from your mistakes. And it took me a long time to feel that. And the third thing being is the fact that people are saying I'm using mental health as an excuse. Mental health is not my excuse, but it's my reason. No one in their right frame of mind would come out and say that unless they had malicious intent. I said it because I wanted people around me. I said it for reasons that took me a long time to understand. No one mentally well would do that. When you feel that low, you go to these lengths. You act out of pure desperation. Since I posted that video, I've had so many messages of people telling me how much they're struggling with their mental health and that they understand why I did what I did because they're going through something similar. I feel so grateful that you feel like you can talk to me and tell me that, and I want to be there for you. I want to help you. And all I can do going forward is help as many people as I possibly can. I've explained everything in the best way that I can to clear up any confusion or misinformation. 9 years ago, there wasn't a huge mental health awareness like there is today, and maybe I wouldn't have done what I did if there was. And all I can do now going forward is continue to move on with my life and continue to build a life that I am proud of. And I'm so grateful to have you all behind me. So thank you.
But let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you in the next video. Bye, girls.